Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 4th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this full moon in Libra. It says a win-win outcome is forecast. You have this mutable moon. It says nothing is yet set in stone. I don't know. That's kind of like contradictory to me, those two cards together, but we'll take it. And so there could be some sort of win-win that's available for you, even though it says nothing is yet set in stone. You have the Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Four of Cups. The Nine of Cups is about kind of staying in alignment. It is, everybody reads it as wish fulfillment, which is true, can represent, manifesting a wish or getting something they've been hoping for. But the Nine of Cups, the reason he's getting something that he wants is because he's in alignment with exactly what he wants. And I feel that with the Nine of Cups, you need to stay focused on what you want in your life and just bathe in that energy. I always say that with the Nine of Cups, we have to really stay in the energy of what we want. We have to adopt the habits of success as well with the Nine of Cups, and then we will get it. So this could be fulfillment or a wish that's coming in for you. I also feel you need to focus on your own fulfillment because of the Queen of Wands. So I don't always feel that the Nine of Cups is just only your fulfillment, but with the Queen of Wands, it would be. And the Queen of Wands is very driven. She is driven towards her inspirations or the sun. She has a sunflower right here, and the sunflower points towards the sun. So she needs to move towards her things that bring her joy, happiness, things that make her feel enthusiastic, and she needs to move towards those things boldly and aggressively as well. So I think that for a lot of you, you could be feeling a lot more driven this week, which came up for I think all three water signs, which is interesting. Water signs could just be feeling more motivated or feeling like they can actually accomplish things that they set out to accomplish, which would be a good thing. You also have the Ace of Wands here, and Ace of Wands is out with the old and with the new, and so there could be like a new opportunity, or there could just be something new coming in for you with that card. You have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can represent being presented with an opportunity, and not really what it represents, but it's what I feel. This is a card of contemplation and apathy, but he's being presented with this new cup right here, and he's been disappointed like 3 times before, but this is a totally new opportunity. It's something completely different. And so I feel for a lot of you that there could be something like an opportunity that's being presented to you, and I feel it's something that you should grab onto. I always say that he has these 3 cups in front of him, and they kind of represent the fact that he has all the ingredients necessary to be successful with a new opportunity, because he has learned from these 3 opportunities, and he can apply what he learned to this new opportunity. And so that's kind of what I feel here with the Four Cups. It's saying you need to trust that you have learned what to do, and I would believe in yourself here a little bit more. Even the Queen of Wands is about believing in yourself. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is about following your heart. Funny enough, I read the Queen of Cups as you. Most people read her as Cancer, and she does represent Cancer. She could represent any water sign, really. But I look at the Queen of Cups as you. It's a card of following your heart and needing to listen to your intuition. She values her heart and her intuition above everything else in her life. And that's what she uses to guide herself on her journey. And so with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, I would definitely say, following your intuition, but also your inspiration is going to be the thing that makes you the most successful this week. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups. Again, walking away from things that no longer fulfill you. You have that card of fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. And with the Eight of Cups, he's walking away from those 8 cups because he's no longer fulfilled by those 8 cups, or something just isn't fulfilling him in the first place. And he doesn't really know. We don't know what he's walking towards. You could say he's walking towards the Nine of Cups, but again, we don't actually know that. And he just knows that he shouldn't be settling. And so I feel for a lot of you that this reading is kind of encouraging you to not settle for anything and make sure that you're really working your way towards something that's going to be successful. I also think it's interesting that you have the Ace of Wands to the Five of Wands to the Six of Wands. The Ace of Wands is you being inspired to do something. The Five of Wands could be the competition that exists, but the Six of Wands would be you defeating the competition or rising above the competition and being the winner. So if there is like an opportunity that you want where there is competition, I would go for it. It could be like a raise or a promotion or a job offer or whatever. Maybe there's a lot of competition for it, but the Six of Wands really does say go for it. With the Four of Cups, you have the Empress. So this could say that you're very attractive at this time, and also an amazing card for abundance just in general. So we go up to the Devil to the Ten of Wands. These two cards here would say that you're working too hard. The Empress, all she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her, and that wheat in front of her will grow. So I feel that a lot of you in work or business or whatever it is you do day to day, the Empress is saying you need to look at the work that you're doing and try to eliminate the things that are just burdens with that Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, like, some of those burdens are good and some of them are burdens that you shouldn't be carrying, but you have to be the one to figure that out, right? You have to look at the things that you do day to day, and you need to say, do I actually need to accept this responsibility or not? And I would kind of start weighing your options with that Ten of Wands, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Owl Spirit. It says you see clearly now. Again, all three water signs had something about seeing clearly or gaining clarity this week. You have this Draft Spirit. It says see the big picture, basically the same thing. Yeah, sometimes I think all we need to do is zoom out, to get some better answers. Especially if we're too focused on our problems or our issues, then we can't really see the big picture when we're too focused on a problem. And, I think zooming out helps in those situations. I always use the example. I cannot tell you how many people over the years have told me that they went through a breakup and their money improved. And I'm always like, why do you think that is? It's because you're in pain from the breakup, which sucks, but you're not focusing on your money issues. You're kind of removing your focus. So that allows the money issues to correct themselves because you're not focusing on it, right? And I kind of get the same thing here, where it would be better for you to kind of look at the big picture instead of just focusing in on little things that aren't going to matter in the future. And I feel that's what this is encouraging. You have the Ace of Wands, the Devil, and the Seven of Swords. The Ace of Wands, new inspiration, or an inspiration that is whatever. We'll go over here. It's out with the old, in with the new. So that castle in the background is meant to look like it's crumbling. And the Ace of Wands is kind of like a spark. The Ace of Wands is something that can disappear just as quickly as it does appear. So you have the Ten of Wands and right next to it. And what I kind of feel this reading is saying is that there might be something inspirational or something you feel inspired to do this week as far as work is concerned. But you're going to have to pay attention because, again, sometimes the Ten of Wands, those wands are all in front of his face. He can't see the forest through the trees. He needs to put down some burden so he can see the opportunities that exist. And again, we have the Devil and the Seven of Swords. So the Devil can represent toxic energy or toxic vibes, something toxic happening. Seven of Swords, same thing. So I feel for a lot of you that if you do have something that's distracting you this week, that removing it or walking away from it or putting up boundaries against it is kind of the solution that needs to happen here. Again, I always say that, I do solutions-based tarot. And to me, this reading definitely needs a solution. It's not a bad reading, but there's definitely something getting in the way here. Devil, Seven of Swords, Five of Wands. And I feel that your solution is going to be to either remove something toxic, like a person, place, or a thing, or to put boundaries up against it. And that will help you probably see whatever this is right here, the Ace of Wands. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. So, obviously if you dealt with a person who did that, that could be distracting. The Seven of Swords is a really good card, though. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. He has these polka dots on his cloak, and I definitely feel that taking things too seriously could be a problem. These Seven of Swords, the polka dots in tarot, remind us to not take things too seriously. So, again, I think that when we take things too seriously, we can't see the forest through the trees. We're just too focused on something that we think is serious that won't be serious in a couple of years. And so I feel this is encouraging you to let go of things that you think are serious that probably aren't. I also feel the Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. So instead of going to war, he is stealing those swords from this army in the background, and he's going to war, but in a different way. And so I feel for a lot of you that anything you want to do, there's probably a better way to do it. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Strength card. See, you've earned this, is what I would say. The Strength card is about developing your strength. She is taming this lion, and the lion is submitting to her. So she's done this work to get her inner beast or her inner voice or her inner critic to submit to her. But it's something she has to do every single day. And so I feel like you've earned whatever this opportunity is. With the Devil, you have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is this or that thinking. Two of Swords can also say that you're trying to protect your heart, but she has this new island behind her, and she needs to get to that new island because it represents like a new place. And she has to put her swords down, she has to open up and take her blindfold off so that she can see that new island. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about, not being blinded by a situation like the Devil. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's like Nine of Wands says don't give up. Nine of Wands says you could be the wounded warrior. So there's no doubt about it that you could have been hurt by something in the past or the recent past. And I feel like the Nine of Wands is encouraging you to put those boundaries up, like we said, against the devil, and to keep pushing forward and to not let someone else control your life. If someone did hurt you, I always tell people, people always say to me, this person hurt me and I can't move past it, which I understand. But, the Nine of Wands says you can't let that person live your life for you. If you people always say to me as well, like, the past 3 people have cheated on me, I'm never going to have love again. And I'm like, well, those people are now living your life for you. So at a certain point, we have to take back control and we have to move forward and, kind of live our best life. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this observe card and this intuition card, literally saying observe your intuition. Like, what is your intuition guiding you to do? What direction is your intuition encouraging you to move in? And that's what I would do here is I would listen to your intuition, especially with that. The Empress is very intuitive, but you also have the Queen of Cups, so intuition. You have the Ten of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Definitely something you need to see. All 3 cards pretty much really kind of represent needing to see something. Five of Wands, not so much, but we'll talk about it in a second. He's got those 10 wands in front of him, so he's experiencing too many burdens, and he needs to move past those burdens. The thing about the Ten of Wands is that he is very close to reaching his goal, this home in the background. And so to me, the Ten of Wands is kind of a good card because he planted those wands, and those wands are part of his harvest, and he's about to reach his home, so he's about to have a harvest. And I feel a lot of you are closer than you think to having a harvest. But, at the same time, like I said, I feel like there are some burdens that you need to release with the Ten of Wands. I would make sure that, the responsibilities you have are your own and that you're not picking up other people's responsibilities. If there are people who take advantage of your energy or anything like that, again, I think that putting up boundaries against those people would be a good idea. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be conflict and competition, but I feel like you're going for something here, going this way, where there is conflict or competition for whatever it is. It could be like a job opportunity or, it could even be love. And I feel like you need to go for it because you have the Six of Wands. This right here says that you will win the battle. The Six of Wands has the story of the Six of Wands is that he's been to battle and now he's coming back from battle and he's coming back the winner. He's coming back victorious. So I feel that there is a victory coming in for you if you kind of face whatever this is. You have the Two of Swords again. I really feel you need to trust your intuition. Blindfolds in the tarot can represent needing to trust your intuition. So I feel that this is encouraging you to listen to what your inner voice is saying and to listen to your intuition for guidance. And that's really what I would do. I do feel like you're very busy. I feel like you have a lot going on here, Scorpio, as well. So again, with the Ten of Wands, you have the Four of Swords. If you are very busy, if you are doing a lot, which I think you are, then the Four of Swords says you need to carve out some time for yourself. Like maybe you need to put up some boundaries so that you can rest, relax, recover at certain points. And, I understand sometimes in life it's hard to do. Like sometimes we have a family or, we have things that we absolutely have to take care of because they are our obligation. But, is there even just 5 minutes during your day that you can carve out for yourself to do something nice for yourself or to meditate or to do whatever? And I feel the Four of Swords is encouraging you to find that time. With the Five of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. So definitely something that, this is something that I don't think you think is going to go in your favor, but it is. We go to the Five of Cups here. The Five of Cups is coming up in the good stuff, and the Five of Cups can represent regrets or sadness, but again, it's coming up in the good stuff, which would say that you are going to turn around and get these 2 cups, the bridge and the castle, and the solution to the Five of Cups is gratitude. But again, in the good stuff, this would say that you are going to be grateful in the future, and so I feel that you need to go for something here that could be a battle. I don't really feel like it's a battle. I think that it's there's competition for this opportunity or something like that. With the Two of Swords, yes, you have the Six of Swords. The Two of Swords, she has these choppy waters behind her, between her and this island. With the Six of Swords, it's like you are crossing the choppy waters. So I feel for a lot of you that you are going to decide to move across the choppy waters to get to that island. The Six of Swords, sometimes I feel with the Six of Swords that we feel like we are really starting over in some ways, because on the Six of Swords, this woman and the child in this boat, they have nothing on them but the clothing on their back. They are completely moving on. They are completely moving forward, and they're like leaving everything behind. But they have these 6 swords in the boat. The swords represent like the knowledge, the wisdom, the lessons, the things that they learned on the other side of the water. And so they are bringing all the knowledge and wisdom with them across to the choppy waters, hopefully to the calmer shores. And I feel a lot of you are definitely, this reading is definitely like a moving on reading or a moving forward reading or a removal of burden reading, something like that. Next in the area of the good stuff, you have this card. It says, you can do hard things. Literally, this reading, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's like, it's not a bad reading, but it's not an easy reading. There's definitely something you're overcoming, I feel, Scorpio. It says, it is not impossible as it may feel. There you go. I think that you want to do something that you think is hard. We literally said this with that 5 of Wands to the 6 of Wands. It's not as hard as you think it's going to be. You have this card that says, you are worthy. You are worth it all. Let me reread that. It says, you are worth it all, my love. There was a comma there. I didn't read it with a comma in my brain. So I feel for a lot of you that you deserve this, whatever the 6 of Wands is, whatever this victory is. You have the 5 of Cups, the Hierophant, and the 6 of Wands. The 5 of Cups is about needing to practice gratitude. He is grieving the loss of something that he once enjoyed, these 3 cups in front of him. And again, for some of you, the devil might be something that you once enjoyed, but, he needs to turn around and see these 2 cups to get this bridge in the castle. It's coming up in the good stuff. So, like I said, it looks to me like you are going to turn around and see the good stuff and actually, kind of make something good happen. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent blessings. I was getting something else, though. It's like, I do feel fixed signs, you being one of them. Taurus. Also, this would be Taurus, which would be a fixed sign as well. I feel like you being a Scorpio, obviously, a fixed sign, you need to think outside the box. So I think outside the box thinking would be helpful for you. I also definitely feel that something is not going to go how you think, the 5 of Wands, whatever the 5 of Wands is, and it's probably going to go better than you think because you have the 6 of Wands. The Hierophant is blessing these 2 people in front of him, and so I feel for a lot of you, that your journey hasn't been easy, but, I feel like you are about to receive blessings from the universe with the Hierophant as well. You have the 6 of Wands. Again, I feel that whatever this battle is, that you are going to be victorious. I feel like you need to believe it. Again, you can't make this up. That card says you can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. So I think that whatever this is going to be making you feel victorious. I always encourage people to do the hard things in life because that's what feels best, right? When you overcome a big obstacle, it feels really good. So I would encourage you to do this. And it doesn't even have to be a bad obstacle. This could be a good obstacle, like getting a job that you think there's a lot of competition for, finding the love of your life, even if you don't think it's possible, or, doing something hard, like starting a business or whatever. It feels good when you do it, especially if you haven't been winning for a while here, Scorpio. Like, I feel like you need to win is what this reading is saying, or you need to do something that will make you feel like a winner. And I feel you will end up a winner if you do it with that 6 of Wands. With the 5 of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is your emotions overflowing, focusing on your own fulfillment, which we kind of said with the 9 of Cups. But I also feel with the 4 of Swords and the Ace of Cups, this would be about you doing things that make you feel fulfilled. We kind of said this with the 4 of Swords, that even if it's only 5 minutes a day, I think that it adds up over time. The Ace of Cups is about being able to fill up your own cups. And even though it can represent love, I would say this reading is more all about you, Scorpio. I think that it's really talking about the journey that you've been on so far. With the Hierophant, you have the 5 of Pentacles. It's funny that you're getting these like bad cards in the good stuff. The 5 of Pentacles is like feeling left out in the cold, but in the good stuff, it could say that you're coming out of the cold. So definitely entering into a much better time. With the 6 of Wands, you have the 6 of Wands. So basically the universe saying I meant what I said. It's funny that these 2 cards have doubled up. It's almost like you think that something is impossible, but it's not impossible. You will accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. You have this eccentricity card. I feel like this card is reminding you that life never goes according to plan. So this is about being eccentric and kind of living a life that's different than others. And I feel that's what it's saying, is that your life has been different than others. You have this extremism card. I think everybody needs to be careful of extremism for the next many years because at the end of 2025, we'll have basically the beginning of 2026. Neptune will officially be moving into Aries. Neptune in Aries is extremism. I think we will have people that start looking for a savior. The problem with Neptune and Pisces is savior complex, like looking for someone to save us. And then it moves into Aries. And so, we for many years with Neptune and Pisces, we've been looking for a savior. and Neptune and Pisces wants us to realize we have to save ourselves, right? And then when it moves into Aries, it's like these extreme ideas become very attractive because we're like, oh, this thing can save me. And the trick is to save yourself. So, again, I would encourage you to save yourself. You have this fulfillment card. Definitely fulfillment in this reading. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, even the Ten of Wands can lead to fulfillment. He's about to reach the end of his journey, and he will be fulfilled. So I would focus on things that make you feel fulfilled. You have this charity card. Again, I feel like you feel pretty good, though, by the end of the reading with that Hierophant. The Hierophant is blessings. This card is like feeling like the universe is on your side for once. So I feel that a lot of you, that's what's changing for you this week, is that you feel like the universe actually wants you to be successful. You have this criticism card, Six of Wands. With the Six of Wands, people are going to criticize us. There is this person in the background here, and that person is meant to look jealous on the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is a good card, but it also reminds us that as we become more successful, people are going to be jealous and we have to ignore it. But pretty interesting reading here, Scorpio. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.